Hey guys, it is 31WinterWolf31, aka Winter, aka Wolfie, whatever y'all would love to call me today. And today we are doing a renovation of an abandoned house by, I think, @sim_builds. The handle will be in the video in case I said it wrong, and it'll also be down in the description along with a link to his Instagram, to their Instagram. And I wanted to get one thing out of the way, just in case. I know that Della Gracie has done a video and she's actually used the exact same house. I did not copy her. I didn't even know she was going to be doing that house. I had contacted Sims Builds before she had uploaded her video, so I didn't know at all. So if I'm not copying her, I didn't intend to copy her. I know some other people have now done it as well, but I just wanted to let you guys know that just in case. So yeah, anyways, let's get on with this video today. Okay guys, so we're entering the house right about now, and let me tell you, this house is a huge, this house is a huge hot mess, and he is gone, or I don't know if it's he or she or what, so they have, been very detailed with their build. They have trash going all over the floor. They have, these crusty old rugs and lots of scratches and dents and all these sorts of things in the walls, cracks, wallpaper coming off, things like that. So they've definitely been very detailed. And on top of that, a lot of those items you can't actually just delete and build. You have to actually throw them away in the actual gameplay, which was super annoying to do. But I like the attention to detail. So it kind of has, I don't know, it has like that homemade furniture that you can make with the woodworking table, and it kind of has like a farmyard vibe. I actually didn't stick with the farmyard vibe that much on the inside. I wanted to, but then I was like, no, if we're doing a renovation, I should make it maybe a little bit more modern. So that's what I've gone ahead and done. The house is renovated. It is a little bit more modern. And deleting this stuff took a bunch of time, just so you guys know. So we've seen the interior, which is pretty crazy. Even the, children's rooms and stuff are super messed up. I don't really know what the idea is behind this, maybe there was a natural disaster and they just ran away, or I don't know, maybe they were, mob killers or something and they had to, leave the house at some point. They do kind of have this, this kind of reminds me of, water damage, this thing that we're looking at behind the posters. So it might be water damage. Maybe they were, having issues, and they just had to kind of, leave at the very moment that they were there. Although some of this furniture is a bit iffy on why you would ever get this furniture. So, yeah, we have these really, they made this kind of homely. I mean, you have a lot of these nice little photos that kind of make it look like, this house was definitely lived in before. It's not just a mess. And they even put graffiti on the walls, which I thought was pretty crazy because it looks very interesting. It's very unique for sure. And then you can even see in the children's bedroom, there's a huge mess. And now we are walking outside of the house where we have this kind of broken fence. We have some containment jars. A bunch of vines are covering the house. You have all this cluttered boxes. You even have a broken down truck. So they definitely took advantage of the new tool that we have, which I think is pretty cool, and I'm happy that they've done that. So we're going to go ahead and start cleaning up this build. I'm going to super speed it, and you will see at the end what it looks like. You guys are obviously seeing it from a 1 minute section, but deleting all this stuff and making sure you're getting everything, I mean, that was just a massive pain. At first I was keeping all the furniture, and then I decided to just get rid of everything. I'm going to completely start, new slate, So that's what I've kind of gone ahead and done. You can see that the house itself isn't really all that bad. It's a really nice, you can make this into a really nice house. So I love that graffiti that they have on this. I think it's really cool that they've used a bunch of graffiti, and they have overgrown stuff. So this house has been abandoned for some time now. Maybe I actually made a family for this house. The family ended up having a little bit under 60K. So that was my budget, was under 60K. And it's for an artist, and I think a sim who's in the athletic career who wants to be famous. And then they have 2 kids, a toddler and a child. So I've made this house a bit of a family home. You'll also see that I do change the original build just a wee bit. I expand some walls because, when I think renovation, I think like those renovation shows where they're like, oh, maybe we'll take out a wall here, we'll take out a wall there. So yeah, now we are getting into the building, which is fun. So like I said, I wanted this to be a modern house. So that's what I've gone ahead and done. I actually changed this kitchen up a few times just to get it like perfect. Like I said, originally I kind of wanted to stick with the country vibe, so that's what I'm trying to do with this. Like, it's like new, but it's brown, it's wooden. I ended up getting rid of this. I ended up going with this very simple, very, I think, very common for YouTubers to do, which is a black and white kitchen. So yeah, that's what I've gone ahead and done. And then we add this nice modern glass dining table. Right now you'll see that I have a budget down below. This is not the budget that we went with. This is the budget of just the items without any added money. So this is just all the items I've deleted. So we can do all of this. You'll see I do like the majority of this house with this money because there was so many items that this builder had put in that were worth money. And just a little tip for you guys who are saving money, you don't want to have that many walls in your build if you're trying to save money. Walls cost so much in the Sims game. For what reason, I don't know, but they cost an insane amount of money. I was really having issues picking out a flooring for this. Originally, I kind of wanted blue so that it would go very well with the wallpaper that I end up doing behind the kitchen. I love a good like a backsplash. A good feature wall. So that's what we did in the kitchen side, but then I couldn't find something good to go with it. So you'll see I end up changing this a lot. And then I kept in the poles because I actually think those were an interesting touch, and I don't mind them being there. And if it's like the base of the build, I figured why not? I mean, obviously, I think some of them actually are worth money, so I could save money and use it, but I didn't want to, so that's not what we're doing. So really, I think in all reality, this was about, I don't know, maybe a $20,000 budget. I think I had about 26K when I deleted all the items. So this is like, I mean, obviously in real life, like, it would cost money to get rid of things, but this is the Sims world. You gain money by doing things. So in the Sims world, we saved a bunch of money because, like, on a house like this, it's just, I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. So it was, I think, about 20K. I am making the children's bedroom. I wanted to make it kind of colorful. The girl that I've made for this build is very, like, I don't know, like, she's got red hair. I kind of imagine her to be like a little firecracker. And the master bedroom obviously has the attached bathroom. The master bedroom is actually quite big compared to what it looks like. I felt like earlier I thought it was kind of small, but I think it was just the wallpaper made it feel really small. So thank God we have changed the wallpaper because that wallpaper is kind of hideous. So I think I go with like a black and white theme, of course, because that's apparently my life. And I've used this nice leafy wallpaper. I don't use that wallpaper very often, so I'm really happy that I've used it. Usually I do use it only in the black and white when I actually do use it. That or I use just the regular like green. I don't go for any of the other like odd colors, just the green and the brown. Or I think the green and the white actually. I use the green and the white. So I really like that wallpaper. I just don't find much use for it usually. Sorry, I thought I heard someone outside, but I have no idea what I'm hearing, so let's continue on. I love using stone in my bathrooms, so that's what I've gone ahead and done. We have a bathroom flooring. I think in both the bathrooms they have the same flooring. Yes, they do. I think it just makes it look a little bit like brighter. And a tip for small spaces that I think I've told you in a couple of videos is that when you have really small rooms, adding bright colors and lots of mirrors is very, very helpful. I think the master bedroom attached bathroom is actually my favorite bathroom out of all of them because I really like the design I went for with the, him and her showers and then, or not showers, him and her like counters and sinks, and then having like the two separate like circular mirrors, which I think are very common and very trendy right now. So that's definitely my favorite part of this build. The outdoors is also one of my favorite parts of this build. The whole reason originally, I wasn't planning on expanding this past the 26K or whatever that I got from deleting all these items, but I wanted to add a pond so badly. So that's really the only reason I extended my budget. And I figured, well, if I'm going to extend it, I might as well go big because why wouldn't I? And I actually really like the stone paving that they choose. Originally, I was going to raise the foundation level, and then I figured maybe I can't raise the foundation level. Maybe that's too much of a structural issue to fix. I mean, you have to basically redo the whole house. That is not a renovation. That's like bulldozing and restarting, basically. Once again, obviously in real life. But I like to keep it a little bit realistic, a little bit simmy. So we've met somewhere in between right about now. So this is me struggling to find a good carpet, which you see, I think I actually stick with that carpet. That tends to be the carpet I stay with. And then I add some nice little place settings as well later on, I think. I use my fancy lights. These are my favorite lights. I think they're most YouTubers' favorite lights, and they're probably most Simmers' favorite lights as well because they actually work really, really well. So, yeah, and then you'll see here I'm just, doing the fine details, adding some cologne, adding some female product, whatever, works. And then I'm adding this little backspace. So in that little corner nook that I kind of like adjusted a little bit, I actually add a little bit of an art place and a little bit of study place because the rooms themselves aren't spacious enough to have a study room in, either of them, without looking not so aesthetically pleasing. So that's the reason why I extended it just one square, so it's not huge. I didn't want anyone to say that I was cheating too much by doing that, although I don't think of it as cheating whatsoever. You guys might, but I think that's a normal part of renovations. For any of you guys that have watched like house flipper shows, I mean, you'll see that they'll like break down walls or extend walls, whatever is the easiest and cheapest usually. So, and originally I went with this like dark blue color, and I actually really like this color. The only reason I changed it is because I was thinking, this is a renovation build. They might not want a really dark house. So that's why I ended up changing it later on. I think I go with a green. I'm not certain. Of course, this will be downloadable in the gallery. And of course, you can check out SimBuild's gallery, which will also be in the description down below and maybe on the screen, depending on how much I want to edit this video. So, yeah, and I think you guys will really like what I've done in the background. I do add some kids stuff, and I do add a lot of like little plant stuff. You'll see that with this section of here, I've added some plants in the front, since it kind of looks like a good place that's kind of like blocked out just for plants, just with the way the fence is. I was trying to figure out what to do with this wall. It felt a little bit too blank to me, because I only have that one small window, and the reason I have that really small window is because I didn't want to lose that backdrop that I put in. Besides, behind the kitchen. And so I figured if I only have one window, you'll be able to see that backdrop more often. This is me saving the build, making sure I don't lose it, because I worked very hard on this build and I don't want to lose it. So yeah, we're just finishing some little touches in here. I really like those Salvadorian like carpets. This is me like rethinking everything because I'm trying to decide if I like it or not, as I often do. We're getting into the backyard. Finally, you can see the lovely pond that I've added. Of course, I do some rock detailing. I didn't want to make this too natural. I wanted this to be like a nicely done pond. So it does look not so like, doesn't look as natural, but that was the whole purpose, and so I think it turned out really nice. And I ended up changing some of the paintings because now I have the money to. Regular, and then I did add some new details. This is when I upped the budget, so you'll see that I'm going back in, changing some photos. I'm adding some more expensive photos so that I don't have to use those pastel photos. I actually really like those pastel photos, but if I have the money, I'm gonna add more than just that. I also have no idea what packs I used. I didn't focus on it because I didn't know what packs sim builds used once you delete everything. And to be totally honest, this is Renovation, and I don't really care what packs I used. If you guys can't download it, I'm really sorry, but I'm trying to think if there's like a specific one. Obviously there's some Seasons stuff in here. In fact, I think the wallpaper might be Seasons. I don't know. You guys are just going to have to download this and see what comes through and what doesn't. I think you guys might be fine as long as you just don't have like one pack. There's also, let's see, the paintings are definitely Seasons, as well as some of the stuff in the front. There's Laundry Day because we have the laundry stuff, of course. I think there might be some, I don't know, I thought maybe there'd be some Salvadorian, but I'm not seeing too much Salvadorian, so maybe that's not in here. There's some Island Living, because that plant is from Island Living. So, and considering that I've added kids in here, there's definitely kid stuff. So I'm sure either the toddler pack, or I don't know if it's called the kid stuff pack or what, but all those stuff might be in there. The swing sets are from Seasons. I don't know. A lot of the stuff is actually from the bb.show live edit objects cheat that we just got with the recent update. So this like little plant section that I'm making outdoors is from that little cheat. Also, I want to apologize. This build video is longer than I wanted it to be, and the reason it's longer than I wanted it to be is because I didn't realize that there were 2 other MP4 files that I hadn't added into my Premiere Pro project, and so I sped up this video to about 1600% for all of the clips, and it ended up being about 15 minutes, but then I found those 2 other clips, and now it's going to be more like 20 minutes, so I'm really, really sorry. As you guys always know, if you really don't want to watch 20 minutes of a video, you can always just skip through it. Just look at the end. I do, those little trailer things. I shouldn't say that because you guys will totally screw up my video time, which is what YouTube looks for when it comes to like whether they want to promote your video. So in case you guys don't know how YouTube works, they check on your likes, your activity, if you're getting comments, they call this engagement. If you're getting engagement on your posts, and if you have a high view time. If you have a high view time, you have likes, you're starting to get views, if you have a high click-through rate, they will put your videos on a higher spot. So in case you don't know, everything in YouTube is ranked, right? So they actually choose the rankings based off of what they want, and they choose what videos they want to recommend to people, and this is all based off of your click-through rate and all that kind of stuff. So, now you know. I think we're getting on with the video, so I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to give me a big, fat thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe if you like me. You guys will see me Tuesday with my next quick tip video. So, yeah, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.